Is Walt Disney actually frozen somewhere? And do they take down Cinderella Castle during a hurricane? Oh, and is the Disney bubble really a bubble? Yeah, we've got the answers to those and a lot of other bizarre rumors that have been floating around for years here on DFB Guide today. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we're gonna have a little fun today and start busting some rumors. There are some really bizarre rumors out there about Disney World and Disney-related things, so we wanted to talk about a few of them with you today and just sort of put those rumors to rest. First of all, the castle. So Cinderella Castle is in the middle of Orlando, Florida. Now everybody who knows hurricane season knows that Florida gets several hurricanes on a regular basis, and some of those even make it far enough inland to get to Orlando. So we've heard that the castle can be taken apart in the case of a hurricane. Is this true? No. The castle is pretty big. It's 189 feet tall, and it's definitely not made of pieces that come apart. It's a solid structure made of steel beams, plaster, concrete, and fiberglass. All of that is designed to look like individual bricks. But in fact, the castle has a 10-inch thick reinforced concrete wall circling the structure all the way to the top. We've actually been in Disney World during a hurricane and can say for a fact that the castle does not get taken down, and it can easily withstand the 125-mile-per-hour wind speeds. Next rumor, did they name the movie Frozen so that when people would Google Disney Frozen, they would stop getting links about Walt being cryogenically frozen? Well, that's weird, but no, probably not. Frozen was inspired by the Danish story The Snow Queen, but Disney's been moving away from titling things after the original story because the Disney tellings are starting to get more unique and original. Frozen is so different from the original Snow Queen story, it hardly makes sense to call it that. Now, as for Walt being frozen and possibly buried under Sleeping Beauty Castle, according to another rumor, this is a long-term Disney myth that constantly has to be busted. Walt was in fact cremated, and you can visit his grave in Glendale, California. That still doesn't stop this bizarre rumor from popping up every once in a while, but most of the facts regarding this rumor, quote-unquote, have been disproven and have very few reliable sources. All right, this one's one of my favorites, the Andy's coming rumor or myth. So a few years ago, there was a viral post that if you say Andy's coming to the Toy Story characters, they will drop on the ground. They will not do this. Can you imagine how hard it would be to drop to the ground in those costumes? So the guy who took the viral photo was a PhotoPass cast member, and that photo was very staged and pre-planned. Only standard character photo ops with Woody and Buzz, you guys. All right, let's talk about those emu legs. Okay, so we get it. The turkey legs are huge, but they are not emu legs. A lot of people like to spread the rumor that those giant turkey legs are not actually turkey. They are from emu birds. Now, yeah, the legs are huge, but turkeys are pretty big birds, and those iconic Disney snacks are definitely turkey. How expensive would it be to get emu legs anyway? National Geographic reported in 2015 that a pound of emu costs anywhere from $25 to $30, so there's no way Disney's gonna buy emu to feed to you guys at theme parks. Disney's turkey legs come from male turkeys, which are larger than your Thanksgiving turkey, which are usually females, and they can get up to about 50 pounds. Emus are 8 times larger than turkeys, so that leg would be gigantic. Now, people have claimed that turkey legs don't taste like turkey, so they can't be turkey. Well, they do taste a bit more like ham, but that's from the cooking process, the brining, and the seasoning. And finally, the Federal Meat Inspection Act prohibits the sale of mislabeled meat, so those are not emu legs. Next myth, there are real graves at the Haunted Mansion. Now, the Haunted Mansion is home to 999 happy haunts, but we're pretty sure there's no real bodies buried at this ride. It might not necessarily be free from human remains. Even though Disney has not officially confirmed it, why would they? People definitely do take family members' ashes to Disney World, and Haunted Mansion seems like a pretty obvious resting place. But to our knowledge, there's no actual graves underneath the Haunted Mansion. Next myth, is the Disney bubble actually a bubble? Now, people comment all the time at Disney World to, quote, make it stop raining or to put up the dome because they've heard the parks are under a giant retractable dome and that Disney literally controls the weather at Walt Disney World. Now, this one's obviously not true, right? That's obvious, right? It's right. This myth likely stems from Walt's original plans for Epcot, or the experimental prototype community of tomorrow. This was intended to be a futuristic community where people lived, worked, and had everything they needed within the community, so they would only have to leave for vacations. Now, all of Epcot was supposed to be built underneath a giant climate-controlled dome that would keep residents safe from rain, humidity, and hurricanes. So of course, Epcot didn't happen the way that Walt planned that it would happen, and no, there is no giant weather protective dome over Walt Disney World. So if it is looking like rain, it will probably rain, so plan ahead for that. Here's the next myth. Can you book a stay at the Tower of Terror Hotel? A lot of people think you can, but while the Tower of Terror is designed to look like a hotel, there's actually no hotel rooms inside the Tower of Terror. We can see how that might get confusing. There is a room you can stay in inside Cinderella Castle, but you can't book a stay there. That's reserved for giveaways, and very few people even get to see it. Pretty much the only way to guarantee getting a glimpse is to book that $12,000 World of Dreams tour that gets you pretty much anywhere you want to go in Disney World, and you can't even stay there with that tour, but you can look at it. Now, there is a way to book a private dining event at the Tower of Terror, so if you want to do that, you can contact Disney World and set up a private dining opportunity at Tower of Terror, but you cannot stay there overnight. Next up, the most realistic animatronics ever are at Kilimanjaro Safaris. Yeah, we've met them, the people who insist that all the animals on Kilimanjaro Safari are animatronics because it's Disney. Of course they aren't real, quote unquote. Yeah, we know Disney is developing some crazy realistic animatronics, but Kilimanjaro Safaris opened back in 1998, even before the projection mapping of Frozen and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, so we're pretty sure the tech wasn't there to create the kind of animatronics people think these animals are. If you've been on the ride, it's pretty obvious that these are real animals and not animatronics. But if you know your Disney backstories, you know that Walt wanted the original Jungle Cruise in Disneyland to have live animals. This was not feasible, so if you're looking for animatronic animals, you know where to go. You can head over to Jungle Cruise and see some great animatronic animals over there. So there's a few of our favorite Disney myths, some crazy, weird things that a lot of people believe that we wanted to just put an end to for you here in this DFB Guide video. Please let us know in the comments some of your favorite Disney myths and oddities that people believe about Walt Disney World and Disneyland. We'd love to hear them. If you loved this video, please go ahead and like it, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you as part of the DFB Guide family. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell so that we can tell you when another video goes up. As always, thank you guys for listening. Thanks for watching. This is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we will see you real soon.